We would run the numbers to see how fast can we get this property paid off? How can we blend in those other life scenarios and help this family get that property? Cash buyers are some of the smartest people on the planet, but they overpay. And the reason why they're overpaying is because they're not thinking like the bank.
When I lock up a property with a seller, I can explain to them how the best way of doing this, and this is why.
When you finance a property, you want to create interest on that property regardless of whether or not if you have a tenant.
Hey everyone, how you doing? Todd Chunn with TC Deals, and this is our TC Deals podcast. I got an exciting podcast ready for you. My guest is Jeffrey Taylor. How you doing, Jeffrey?
Scott the man, how you doing?
Todd, my name's Todd. I'm good, brother.
See, I was just keeping you on your P's and Q's.
Awesome.
Todd
Uh,
the man.
Thanks for joining, man. I know you're busy. Tell us a little bit about you in the real estate game, how long you've been
Yeah.
doing this, and where you're at now.
This is my 38th year in financial services. And years ago, just in the course of, at that time, I did just primarily the basic applications of using life insurance. And what I found was that a lot of my clients were buying homes with the system that I was teaching. And again, I didn't know what I had until I went to college planning school and learned more about cash flow planning. And again, people were using my system to buy their properties. And through a series of events and getting some mentors and some other people involved, I learned a system where I was teaching and continue to teach property owners how do you double your property equity value separate from market appreciation? How do you do that? And then how do you double your cash reserves without market losses or taxes? And then how do you double your cash flow or create cash flow without a tenant? And then if you are purchasing or if you have existing property, how do you pay that property off in as little as 7 years without extra payments while building a six-figure cash reserve? So we've taken that and blended into a systematic process that we're having a lot of fun helping property owners do some things at a different level. And that's how we ended up connecting again with you.
Yeah,
hmm
awesome,
hmm
man. It sounds too good to be true almost, man.
Yeah, I love that part. I love that part when people tell me that. We teach 2 classes a week, plus we do workshops and seminars at real estate offices by demand or request. So we're always looking for another opportunity to share our story and to teach people how we're doing what we're doing. So we do use the classes as a tool for education along with some other books and subject matter experts.
Nice. Is this just for investors? Is it for homeowners?
Your first time homeowner or property seeker, existing property owners, and investors. Those are 3 primary groups.
Okay, because we're investors.
Yes.
Investor learns this through you. Is it repeatable?
Yes, absolutely. What we want to do is to teach them, again, the emphasis is on doubling property equity, doubling cash reserve, doubling cash flow on a 7-year blueprint. We want to teach them, for example, if you have a person who's participating in the Burr method, what we want to do is take the Burr method and add in some extra steps and show them how to double property equity and double cash reserves and double cash flow without the need of the tenant. Another piece in this is where we help real estate agents. One of the things that we do is we will run an analysis, a 7-year blueprint analysis for a particular buyer, regardless if it's an investor or they're looking to get that next property. And we'll show them this system on how do you buy that property and have it paid off in as little as 7 years, again, without extra payments. So this process is not only duplicatable, it is a system, and you can take it as far, as deep, and as wide as you want to go.
Wow. Are you doing this just in Michigan, or you got clients in different states,
Nationwide,
nationwide?
nationwide. Yeah,
What
we are
is
growing nationwide.
what if someone lives in Canada? Are they able to take advantage of something like this?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
they can.
awesome. I got a couple people in mind already.
Yeah,
I could
yeah.
refer to you, or I'll have them
We
watch this and see if
we've
this.
done some appointments with folks over in the UK. Yeah,
Okay, beautiful.
yeah.
Awesome. And you said you do this a couple times a week, right?
Yes, we have a Monday class at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and the name of that series is called Never Lose Money Strategy. And then the Wednesday class is for your property owner, your investor, your real estate agent, your loan officer. We'll go through different case studies and show you how the system works on a step-by-step process. Because again, even though we're working with the property owner, we're still building relationships with real estate agents, showing them how our system benefits them and loan officers as well.
Beautiful. What are some of the qualifications that someone would need for this, or is there a certain proof of income, how you get a loan, proof of
Yeah,
income, credit scores, things like that?
beautiful question. Beautiful question. I will just share this with you. The folks who come to our classes, the folks who make inquiries are people who they make six figures. They have a good credit score, good cash reserves, and they're just looking for a smarter way to do what they're already doing. But that's kind of like our profile, if you will, of people who reach out to us.
Gotcha. Okay. And the one thing that I heard you say, so let's say I buy a lot of rentals, I go get a loan, a DSCR loan or DCA, whatever it's called, right? And
Mhm.
I've got a 30-year loan. I heard you say 7 years a few times.
Yes,
I
yes,
mean,
yes,
I mean, that's the key in my mind.
yes.
That's one of the keys, really, that or advantages. So you're telling me it should be paid off in 7 years?
Yes, it should. Again, and this is the reason why we're having so much fun and what we're doing, because everything we do is based on case design. We want to take their numbers and we want to show them, okay, based on your numbers, we can have this property paid off. The last one we just did was 8 years and 7 months. Okay. In the first 5 years, we can have the property equity doubled with his scenario. And then the cash flow could double in about 2 to 3 years for his numbers. So everyone's numbers are going to be a little different, but the whole idea is looking at this at your property the way that the bank does. And the bank makes its money based on the property equity value. And so we teach what the process of what they're doing, and that's how life insurance plays a role in this because we want to create wealth separate from a tenant and we want to create wealth separate from market appreciation.
Got it. Awesome. Let's say someone has, or I'm thinking, what if a deal is a little tighter? It just doesn't work because, the cash flow is not, but this seems, hey, you might be able to buy a property like this through this program,
See,
right?
you get me stirred up here. So what I've learned is that the more of an informed buyer you have, the worse of a scenario that you can buy into. Because, for example, one of the questions, matter of fact, someone asked us fairly recently, what if you don't have equity? Then we want to teach you how to create it. See, one of the many mistakes that investor or property buyers make is that they think from a traditional perspective. We think from the perspective of the bank. So, how do you create equity in that scenario, and why do you want to do that? We're going to teach you how to create equity in that scenario while building cash reserves. There's a process that we teach called debt transfer. That's when you have a property with a mortgage on it, and we want to take that mortgage and literally transfer it into an insurance policy. And there's a way that we do that by canceling interest at the same time. This is very powerful because what you're doing is positioning yourself where you're bringing the debt down and building your cash reserve at the same time. So you may have a scenario where you're upside down in the beginning, but when you learn this system, which is really a financing system, you can really turn that situation around and still position yourself to be able to pay it off sometimes as little as 7 years, which is the ultimate goal.
Nice. Wow.
So it's all about educating the property owner to think like the banker.
it seems like a no-brainer. It
Yeah,
really does.
yeah,
It's a creative way of buying rentals,
yeah,
right?
it is.
And
It is. Because it's not, see, okay, so I visit open houses and I do coaching for real estate agents. And I was just explaining to them yesterday because they were talking about interest rates going down. I said, remember, interest rates are irrelevant. What you want to know is based on those numbers, how fast can I pay this property off with the system that we're using? Again, while positioning yourself to double the property equity value and building cash reserves. How can we do that? And so when you look at it from that perspective, it changes the scenario because you have a lot of real estate agents. This is a really good one too. That's another good talking point. So you have a potential buyer looking at properties and they found one or two, right? They've got great income, they've got great cash reserves, but guess what? They just found out that the daycare just went up 20%, right? Unexpectedly. And of course, they've got a lease on a truck and it's coming due, and that's going to be another $200 or $300. And by the way, Jeremy, he's going to be going to college next fall. But they want to get this house and they can afford it, but they're still trying to figure out how do we manage life and still get this house. We love those situations because again, we would run the numbers to see how fast can we get this property paid off? How can we blend in those other life scenarios and help this family get that property? So for the real estate agent, we can create opportunities for them that they've been letting slip right through their fingers because they're not dealing with the everyday life decisions that these buyers are in where they're qualified. They're just trying to figure out how do they make this thing work for their situation.
awesome. Do you have certain lenders that they would go to? Is it any lender? How does
Yeah,
that?
we don't care who your lender is.
Okay,
Our focus is on how do we position you to get that property and to help you address the issues that you're dealing with. How do we do that? We don't care about the lender. So we are an asset to the real estate agent. We are an asset to any lender when you're trying to get deals done and when they make sense.
right.
And especially outside the box.
Does it work with commercial properties?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Mixed use, commercial, whatever. Primary, apartments, 4 unit, doesn't matter. It's all about teaching them how to think from a banker's perspective.
Nice. Wow. Yeah, that is definitely some great information. I know you said anyone could do it. My mind thinks of the people that have been doing this for a long time that own a lot of units or
Oh
single
yeah,
homes and there's
yeah,
they're buying, they're doing the burst strategy like you said. Sounds like a no-brainer.
yeah. Any type of birth strategy or implementation of that, we're going to make it better.
Awesome. We haven't been doing this that long. You said a lot. I'm loving everything you're saying. Is there
Thanks.
anything else that you want to get out there?
Hey, we would love to. We're always trying to think outside the box. Like yourself, when you have properties to move, we would like to take a look at those properties or not necessarily see them physically, but maybe know some of the numbers. And we can create a sample case design to show you how we can help you move more property faster. Because again, when you have an informed buyer, that's when things happen. When you have an informed buyer, interest rates are irrelevant. When you have an informed buyer, values that don't matter because you have an informed buyer. I'm always open to connecting with other folks who are in this genre where we can problem solve and let's make your real estate better for everybody.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would definitely love to do that. Deep dive some good properties that would be good rental properties. That way,
let's talk about it. Yeah,
once I figure it out, when I go lock up a property with a seller, I could explain to them how the best way of doing this, and this is why. And I already
mm-hmm.
got a buyer over here that's already done this, and that's why I could pay you more than what I initially was looking at. Definitely. because it doesn't seem like this is for a someone, because as a wholesaler, most of my deals are cash deals.
Mhm.
They come in and then they clean it up, rent it, and then they do the burst
Refinance it.
strategy, right?
Yeah.
In that scenario, then could they implement, yeah, if they already
Yeah.
own it, they can implement it?
Yeah, absolutely. As a matter of fact, for our cash buyers are some of the smartest people on the planet, but they overpay. And the reason why they're overpaying is because they're not thinking like the bank. When you finance a property, you want to create interest on that property, regardless of whether or not if you have a tenant. You want to create interest on that property, regardless of market conditions. So we want to teach that, again, you're a buyer. How do you get that property from you and make even more money? And then how do we do that again and again?
Right.
So it makes sense. They are in a safer financial position and they're able to scale as deep and as wide as they want to go from a safer, more efficient perspective. So, yeah.
Nice. Awesome. How do people get a hold of you, learn more about this, set up a meeting, or go on one of your
Yeah.
classes?
Yeah. So you can go to any of the platforms, Never Lose Money Strategy, YouTube, you can subscribe. You'll be able to contact me there. TikTok, same thing, Never Lose Money Strategy. LinkedIn, Never Lose Money Strategy. And then I can throw my number out here, which is 248-230-9668. That's 248-230-9668. If you are a realtor, let's talk. I want to show you how to pack out your open houses. If you're a loan officer, I want to show you how to get more business and to do it in a way that you are teaching people how to buy properties more efficiently and more of them. And then my investors and buyers out there, I want to teach you how to think like the banker and double that property equity, double your cash reserves and that cash flow without the need of the tenant.
Gotcha. So, as do you have a list? Do you have some like people that are doing this?
Yes.
Let's say you do it once. Are
Mhm.
they still dealing with you when they do it again, or do they?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the fun part.
So I,
Absolutely.
so we need to connect because I show the houses. You might have some buyers that are looking for these type of houses, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That's a
yeah,
different.
yeah.
Of,
Yeah, that's a good point. And so our Wednesday night class, you'll be welcome to come and we give 60 seconds to promote whatever you got. And there are buyers and investors in that class. And these are people coming to my class. So these are your upper end thinkers. They're more informed. So yeah, hey, you're more than welcome to come to my class.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm trying to think of how I could sell some houses and I could
Yeah,
definitely bring people to you,
yeah,
but I think it's a no-brainer.
yeah.
I really do.
It's
Awesome.
wide open, man. It's all about how do we better position see if we take care of the buyer takes care of the market.
Yeah.
So an informed buyer, man, is a bad mama shut your mouth. So you
Yeah.
got an informed buyer, man. That's how things keep moving regardless of interest rates.
I think some title companies would be a good source. They have buyers and yeah,
Yeah,
definitely like a repeat buyers, repeat
yeah.
investors, some title companies.
And those guys should be bringing me in
Yeah.
and they should be doing seminars for buyers and investors every week
Yeah.
because
Awesome.
everybody's looking for a smarter way to make more money.
Yeah, for sure. And it just gives them more business, everybody involved for sure.
Yeah, yeah, man. Let's do
Awesome.
this thing.
We've known each other for a while, but we just reconnected at my meetup the first Tuesday of every month. The next one's February 3rd, and
So that's the first Tuesday of the month.
the first Tuesday of every
Okay.
month. Yeah, at Shields Pizza. And I remember what you were up there for 5 minutes or less, and I'm like, man, I know there's something to this. And I'm glad you came on today because I would love to learn more myself,
Yes,
see how we
yes.
could blow you up. And you're probably already blown up, but let's blow you up even more.
Hey, I'm
Blow
trying to
better,
take
right?
you with me and everybody else. Hey, let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Jeffrey, man. I really like it. What was the website, YouTube? What's the best way again?
Yeah, never lose money strategy.
Okay.
Okay. And you can use that for LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, and that's my website as well. Neverlosemoneystrategy.com. I'm not
Awesome.
hard to find.
Cool, cool. Hey, if you can't find them, call me. I'll hook you up, man. Awesome. Well,
Let's buy a whole lot of properties from this guy.
that's it, man. Thank you. All right, man.
Absolutely.
Thanks again, man. Great time, man. I wish you the best.
You too,
26.
man. Let's do it, man.
For
Let's take
sure.
this thing to the next level.
Let's
Yeah.
do it, man.
All right.
All right,
Thanks a
Jeffrey.
lot,
Thanks,
man.
man.